So we're inside the property now, inside the main entrance hall. The first thing you notice is this lovely stained glass leaded light door and screen here. That's the main entrance into the property. There's a little porch the other side of there. And when you come into the hallway here, first thing you notice is this sort of feeling of space. You've got the stairs leading up to your upper floors there. And then you've got the hallway leading around then to the main living accommodation, which is arranged between various rooms front and back. So at the front of the property here, this is actually a former sort of shop front area. Many years ago now. I mean, it hasn't been a shop front for a long old time, but it now forms a great big huge lounge diner, as you'll see, a really good sized and very flexible room in terms of its setup. But obviously, depending on how you want to utilise the space in this property, and believe you me, there's plenty of space in here, then this could potentially go back to some form of commercial use, subject to any consent that may be needed again now, or of course could just be used as it currently is, as a lovely big sort of living room. But there are numerous things that could be done here within this house. It's perfect for the larger family, it's perfect for dual family occupation. It could be that mixed use again, sort of residential and commercial, depending on what consents that you may or may not need. It could convert potentially, you know, this could become an annex area or something similar if you wanted a dependent relative space specifically, or you know, the property could go down into smaller units if you wanted to. Again, there could be some consent required. So that's the main sort of front living space, and then we've got this very sort of cosy, snug area here as well. So it's another living room, sort of in the middle of the property, this one. But again, it's a little sitting space. You've got the fireplace there, which provides a focal point to the room. And then leading around from here, you go into this really nice conservatory at the rear. And this conservatory, as you'll see, is a lovely bright and airy space. And you've got fantastic views then out over the garden. So that's the garden that you see just coming into the shop there, and then you're up over and towards the surrounding countryside and hillsides there. So it's a really pleasant outlook, and it's a sunny southerly aspect here at the back. So you're looking right across towards the hillsides there, but you get the sun all day as well. That's just looking back at the sitting room in the middle of the property there. And then we've got a door out from the conservatory here onto a balcony area, which in turn leads down to the garden. More of the garden later, once we finish giving you the guided tour inside the house. Now along here we've got a utility space, just part of the kitchen really, sink there, nice view again. And then we've got the main part of the kitchen in here. So you'll notice there's room in the centre for a little table and chairs, but good range of base and wall units as we go around. You've got the built-in oven and hob there down at the far end. Sink again in the at the end there, and again the lovely views out over towards the surrounding countryside. So just to give you the sort of the flow of the property, the door there brings you back out into the hallway again where we were at the start. So you can do full circle here. Useful storage, cupboard obviously under the stairs there. And there's another cupboard just in under there as well on the left-hand side. So there we are, that's the ground floor accommodation. We'll now head on up to the first floor. So heading up from the ground floor to the first, and we've got the first of quite a number of bedrooms through the house. There's actually 8 in total in the property. So the first 4 are on this level, along with the family bathroom and a separate toilet, and we've also got an ensuite to one of the bedrooms as well. So as you see, the stairs continue on up through to the second floor there. I'll show you a bit more of that in a sec. But as we go around here then, I'll just show you the various bedrooms. Now all of the bedrooms are very generous sizes, as you'll see as we walk around here. In fact, there's actually a double bed and a single bed in here, as you'll see, and various built-in furniture. And across this side there's a hand basin set into a vanity unit there as well. So at the front of the building now, there's bedrooms at the front and at the rear. That's one of the bedrooms there. And then through this door here, got a really lovely bedroom actually, because it's got this really nice bay on the front, as you'll see. And the bay there, actually there's like a window seat in there, and the window seat lifts up and there's various storage in there, which is quite a nice feature. But again, as you'll see, it's a nice big generous sized room. Plenty of room for all your furniture and things in there. Double bed and wardrobe and various other bits. Now this is the bedroom which has the ensuite shower room. So as you'll see in here, we've got hand basin in the vanity unit, and then down the end there you've got the shower, and in the middle we've got a toilet there as well. So really handy facility. Once upon a time this property did used to be used as a bed and breakfast, and there is a huge amount of scope and versatility here to arrange the accommodation in a number of different ways to suit the new owners' sort of needs. So it could be a little seasonal B&B again, it could be a large family home, it could be perfect for dual family occupation. There's a number of different things, as I say, that you could do here. This is a huge bedroom, probably the biggest of the lot. Twin bed setup in here, but easily a double room of course. You've got the hand basin in again. And then on the rear of the property, there are lovely views out over. Just try and show you by pulling the nets back here. But there we are, look, you're looking right out over towards the surrounding countryside and hillsides there, which is really lovely, and it's a south facing elevation this as well on the rear side, so you get the sun in there all the day. So that's the third of the 4 bedrooms on this floor. Just across the landing now to the 4th. Here we are in here, so again plenty of space in here, all the bits you need. Similar views through the nets there out towards the countryside. You get the idea from what I've just shown you. And then the final rooms on this floor before we head upstairs is the family bathroom and separate toilet. So family bathroom in here, very useful sort of airing cupboard there. Got the bath with a shower over the top and the shower curtain and the hand basin. And then adjacent to the bathroom we've got a separate toilet cubicle in there as well. So there we are, that is the first floor accommodation. We'll head on upstairs now to the top floor. So just climbing the final few stairs now up onto the top floor. So we've got a load more bedrooms up here. So just sort of continuing the theme from the floor below really. You've got the landing here, which has got the skylight at the end there, which allows plenty of light to pour in, which is a nice feature. Now this area of the property has in the past been used as a separate flat, but is now just further bedroom accommodation. I'll show you room by room in a second, but it just gives you the idea from the landing here as to how that accommodation links together. You'll see the door at the top of the stairs there could be used to sort of close off this area from the rest of the property, depending on how you wanted to set the place up. We'll start in this room, which is the family bathroom here. So another family bathroom, should I say. So you've got the shower cubicle there, you've got the bath, you've got the toilet, and around this side we've got the hand basin there as well. Again, it's great to have the skylight here, so just as you've seen below previously, you know, you've got the lovely views at the back here out towards the countryside. So just coming around here then, as I say, we've got further bedrooms up here. We'll do them one by one. So nice double-sized bedroom in here, and you'll see that there's some built-in cupboards at the end here as well, so one on either side of the dormer window there. So really nice sized room this. I mean, as you've seen as we've been going around the property here, there's good sized rooms throughout this house, and again, you know, we've said before that the versatility of the accommodation is quite significant and could be used for a variety of different purposes, of course. Another nice sized room in here. Again, this is a double or a twin. We've got the same setup with the dormer window with the built-in cupboards either side. And then this one's set up as a twin bedded room, but of course could easily be a double sized room if you wanted it to be. Purely your choice. So that's the second of the bedrooms up here. Coming down to the third one. Again, we've got the built-in cupboards either side. And as I come in around here, there's a few bits being stored in here as well, but you can see there's a single bed in here, but it could easily be a double or a twin room again, so another generous sized space. Now the door you see to my right there, that's just a box room really. I'm not going to show you in there. There's quite a bit of stuff being stored in there at the moment, but it's more of a storage room come potential small study or something like that. Could be converted to a further bathroom potentially, even if you wanted to, subject to where the plumbing and things like that are. This is another room up here, could easily be a bedroom, but is used at the moment as a multi-purpose room just for hobbies and you know, as almost like a utility type of space. You can see the sewing machine there, so as I say, used for the current owners' hobbies and things like that. But it's a good sized room, would make a good bedroom, again a study or an office, or you know, however you want to set this accommodation up. And we've got the lovely views out over towards the countryside. So there we are, that is the top floor accommodation, and that concludes our internal tour of Trenode, and we'll now head outside into the gardens. So I've now come outside and we're at the sort of side of the property towards the rear, so you can just see the house there from the rear, and you can see that it's a much bigger animal than you first think from looking at it from the front elevation. And you've got this side access lane here, which is water lane, and that comes down through into this large car parking area here. So the boundary of the property goes right the way down to the corner there, just where you've got the tree on the corner. So it gives an idea of the space that you've got at the side here. So it's quite wide as well. So there's parking for numerous vehicles in here, and you can just see there's a few cars scattered around in here now, and two more up at the top here as well. Now this area of the property has got all sorts of potential. In the past, planning permission has been granted for the conversion, or sorry, for the erection of a separate dwelling in this space. Now that planning has since lapsed, but potentially could be resurrected again if somebody was interested in building on here. So either that be a separate dwelling to sell off for profit and gain, or it could be for dual family occupation, it could be for letting out. A number of different permutations again, just as you have with the internal accommodation, could be used for this area. Alternatively, it's just a fantastic parking spot. Parking is very difficult in Combe, so to have parking here in the centre of the village does make a big difference. As I say, there's good access in there from both sides. I think I said it was water lane actually at the start. I think it's called wet lane actually, rather than water lane, so apologies for my mistake there. So we'll head down now into the main part of the garden. So I'm walking down over the side area again, and there is a gateway through into the garden here, as you'll just see, just coming up now. So if I just reach over here, and we've got a really lovely garden area now down here, and again the garden's probably an awful lot bigger than you first think. So this is the very bottom end of the garden, and you'll just see the pergola in the centre of the shop there. There's a gate just the other side of there which comes back out onto the lane again, so you've got the rear access in from there, and then you've got this really nice sort of private secluded garden area here as well, little pathway in through the centre. You've got this pergola again with the roses and various other plants climbing up over. So I'll just take you down here and give you another idea from this angle. So it's a really nice, well screened and private area, very well stocked, plenty of colour in here. And as I said earlier, this is the south facing elevation here, so you do get the sun in here all day. We'll head on up into this sort of patio area here. So we're now immediately behind the house, and as I was saying, the house is so much bigger from this side than it looks from the front. So the main accommodation is over those top two levels there, and then we've got this sort of lower ground floor area here, which is a series of cellar rooms, perfect as workshops or storage, or you know, just all sorts of different things you might want to do, hobbies, gym, you know, games room, you know, it could be all sorts of different things again.
So we said before, you know, the options are endless here for this house with all the space and things that you've got here. Just panning around here before we go and show you underneath the property, you've got this nice patio area, you know, lovely backdrop of colour, and you've got the views up towards the surrounding hillsides there again. So just in underneath the property, there's this really useful series of cellar rooms, perfect for workshops or storage. I'm not going to go into the rooms here. There's a toilet there as well in the centre. So it's just really useful space, again, for all manner of different uses. So just heading back out into the garden here, I'm going to head up now just around to the side here. So I'm just going to go up the steps. As I go up the steps here, we come up to this little sort of balcony area almost, which you can access directly from the back door from the kitchen. So just see the back door there, the blue door. Lovely little sitting area, perfect for morning coffee or whatever, or having an evening drink. Views towards the hillsides there as well. So there we are. That pretty much concludes our tour now of Trenode. So to come and view this property physically, please do call us on 01271 863 091. Many thanks.